couple of weeks ago, we got a question from a coach who wanted to know, how do I teach defense to my 7-year-olds? And specifically the one-on-one situation. You know, how do I teach them to skate backwards even though they're not that great backwards skating yet? Do I teach them to start forward then pivot backwards, or start backwards then pivot forwards? What do I do? Anyways, it just so happens I've got 4 boys, one of whom is a 7-year-old, so I'm dealing with the same age group, teaching the same concepts. And I wanted to share my strategy on defense for 7-year-olds. So first and foremost, we're playing ADM, cross ice 4-on-4. So what I do is I put my more experienced guys on defense, and generally we go 3 forwards and 1 defenseman. So what I do is I teach them to angle. So we start with the forward angling, and then as the season is progressing, we're still always working on backward skating a lot in practices. Then as that backward skating starts to become proficient enough, then towards the end of the season, or for the older players, as soon as they get good enough, then we teach them to start managing the one-on-one in a more conventional way, managing the gap and then backing up, playing that one-on-one. So in the meantime though, we have to take care of the immediate need, and that we do that by teaching them to angle. So I want to show you a few game clips of our most recent set of games, and this is how I teach it. On the cross ice, they let the coaches, at this age group, they let the coaches on the ice with them. So take advantage of that. Use it, get in the play with the kids, and be communicating with them, teaching them these concepts. So here's the first one we're going to show you. This is an example of, you can kind of see I'm here right here with my back towards the camera. And this is my defenseman on this shift. His name is Braddock. You can see me stopping him. I'm like, no, he's a real go-getter. So he likes to go out and get the puck. And sometimes, he goes too straight at the guy and causes a bad angle. So, in that one, he waited a little bit, still took a little bit of an improper angle, but was able to, manage to get the puck off. It's still a learning process. But he actually intercepted the puck from the other team's top player, was able to take it in and score. Here's one last one where you can see me, kind of in the play helping Braddock to manage it. And I'll show you that they aren't all just Braddock. We've got a couple of Chase as well. So you can see me saying, wait, watch, wait. And then this is another one of the other team's good players. He's really shifty. So you can see on this one, Braddock finally gets the angle just right. And he waits long enough, that guy gets slightly past him, then he uses his speed to catch up and goes, again, stick on stick, shoulder on shoulder. Here's another example of it being done well. Eventually the kids get to the point where they don't need the help. So this is Chase angling on the other team's best player. Again, stick on stick, shoulder on shoulder. It's all about that timing. Let the player get slightly in front of you and then take that loop to where you can angle them off. Okay, here's another one with Chase. So this is, again, their top player on the other team. And he can do some real damage if we don't control him properly, but he gets his speed up. Chase is kind of coming in the frame right there, blue helmet. So we've got one forward angling, but he didn't quite have the speed. But then we've got the other guys angling as well. And then again, you can see stick on stick, shoulder on shoulder, and he just keeps him right in behind the net. The other guy turns around, he turns with him, still staying stick on stick, shoulder on shoulder. So that's how we manage it. And again, remember, we're always still teaching that backward skating as we go. And then eventually we make that transition from, all forward skating with proper angling, because angling is a good skill anyways. They need to know that anyways. So we're not losing anything by teaching angling first. And then as that backward skating, it gets good enough, then we transition over to that.